the attendance form in the chat box. So what you want to make sure you do is, for everybody joining the session for the first time, make sure you complete the attendance form so that by the time we're done, we'll be able to share the recordings to your email and you will be able to get access to every information that we'll share here. Okay, so welcome once again, and let's dive right into what we have for today. Okay, so today we are strictly talking about cybersecurity, AI engineering, DevOps, and also data engineering. We're talking about careers in this path. And some of you might already have some knowledge about what to do. Some might be totally blank. We don't even know what we want to get into, right? That is not a problem. That's the reason why you're actually here. Okay, so everything I'll be talking about, it's going to take me roughly about, let's say, give or take 45 minutes. And by the time I'm done speaking, everybody on the call will get the opportunity to ask their personalized questions, to know exactly what to do, how best to do it, and how to move forward. Okay, we're all going to get this opportunity 100%, so we can get the opportunity to ask our more like a tailored career mentorship or career question to know exactly how to achieve whatever you're looking to achieve. All right. Now, diving straight into talking about Analytics. Analytics is a leading educational technology company, and we've been in this space for quite some time now. We've been in here for over 5 years. And in these 5 years, what we do is strictly we work in the space of educating, training people, and also we play in the consulting space, whereby we help organizations achieve that dream that they're looking out to achieve. And as we help the organizations, we also help people, everyday people like yourself, like myself, to achieve the dream of transitioning to tech. These are people that have absolutely no background at all in tech, helping them to achieve the dream of transitioning into tech. We have helped over 3,000 people achieve this and still counting. And we have different programs that we do offer at Analytics. But today, we are strictly talking about the big guys, the technical guys, the heavy lifters. These are the ones we're talking about today. We're talking about the cybersecurity and a lot of them. Now, one very important and significant part that do stand out is the people, the professionals that you have taking these programs. Like, for example, you have somebody taking DevOps engineering, and that person is currently working as a DevOps engineer in a top leading firm like Amazon, McKinsey, Tesla, and so you have it. All right, these are the people that impact knowledge directly onto you, teaching you how you yourself can become that professional. Okay, so these are the team of professionals we have in with us working with Analytics and looking to train you to be these professionals yourself. All right, now talking about myself, Thomas, your hand is up. Do you have a question, or that was just you saying hello to me? Okay, so I want to believe that is you, Thomas, saying hello to me. So what we're looking at to achieve today, which already I think I mentioned the part of them, we're looking at DevOps engineer, the technical guides. How are the things you can do to get into this pathway? What are the growth opportunities for you in this path? And there's a very fantastic discount that I have for everybody that will wait to the end of the session. What are the discounts? How can you take advantage of them? What are the incentives that come with you transitioning? So we are not just taxing you to transition. We also give you some additional incentives. Okay, so these are the things that I'll be talking about today. And by the time I'm done, like I said earlier, everybody will get the opportunity to ask the questions. All right. So before we dive into understanding what we're talking about today, I would love to introduce myself. My name is Muideen Adiakoni, and I have a wealth of experience in the tech space. I've been in the data analytics space. I've been in the data science space, that's the AI machine learning space. I've also played a key role in cybersecurity, where I help organizations totally revamp their security outfit. And currently, I play as a division head for the Group Catalyst department with Analytics, where I help everything that I'm attached to, the individuals, the career path, the goal, whatever we are looking out to achieve. I'm that person that help you achieve it. Okay, so that was not the reason why I'm here today. and have experience and work with companies across major economies, US, UK, Canada, Nigeria, some European countries. I worked in this space, and when you get this particular slide, you will have the opportunity to click on this link and be able to connect with me on Instagram and also on LinkedIn. Okay, so we're talking about diving straight into what we're talking about today. What if your shopping cart could predict the future? We on this call, one thing I also like to pin out or to try to point out is this particular session is going to be very interactive, right? It's not just going to be a one-way thing whereby I will just be telling you this, telling you that. No, absolutely not. We're going to get very, very heated. I'll ask questions, you ask questions, we talk. Okay, this is the way the session is truly going to be. And I'd love to ask a question. And the question majorly is around, we all do have our favorite shopping mall or supermarket that we go to for us to be able to buy those things, those essentials that we literally need. Okay. Now, has anybody ever been to any of these supermarkets and you, after some time, when you stop going there, you get a message like, oh, for example, Emmanuel, I can see you're like the first person that joined this meeting. So I'm seeing your name right there. So I'm going to be you calling you, making reference to you almost all the time. So have you been to say a supermarket that you stop going and they suddenly go ahead to send you a message like, Emmanuel, it's been a while, we've not seen you, or Emmanuel will have this special discount, or Emmanuel will have this special product. Has anybody ever experienced anything like that before? Just drop a yes in the chat if you have experienced something like that before. Okay. Have we ever experienced anything like that before? Whereby we should stop patronizing a particular, or we go into a particular eatery, they get our details. Next thing, they send you a message as to, oh, this or that. We have this product for you, we have that product for you. Have we ever experienced something like that before? Okay, so if we are not going to drop a chat, we can mute our mic and say something. Can anybody hear me? Erling, thank you so much. So we've never experienced anything like that before. Is that what we're saying? Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. So I'm wondering, is it like we don't understand what I'm saying? Like what I actually mean by that is, okay, I think I should give you more context and literally explain what I'm trying to say. So what this literally means is, right now in the world we're in today, right, in the world we're in, there is a lot of supermarkets, there's a lot of companies, there's a lot of organizations that are leveraging on data, right? And what that simply means is, I mean, it happened to me a few times whereby there's a particular mall that a supermarket that I normally go to get my dairy product. And there was a time that I was trying to change what I was literally, the product I was consuming. I was trying to change that. There was a time that I was trying to change the product I was consuming, and I had to stop going to that particular store to get all the products, my daily product, and I switched to another one. In less than a month, they reached out to me via message and via text message and via email, and they were like, "Oh, Prince, there was we have some new products that we have. Your new product that you might be interested in. You can do this, do it." So I was supposed like, number one, how are you so certain about the things that I'm interested in? That is number one. Then number two, how did you figure that I've not been coming to your supermarket? Because I mean, I haven't. So what that simply means is they were able to understand the importance of the information. So when I go there to buy this or buy that, they were taking notice of everything I was doing. And when I stopped, they were able to see that Prince has stopped. let's send Prince a message to know that, oh, there's this particular product that is coming with a special discount. And this discount is something that might bring Prince back into the organization or through the mall and buy some other things that he might be interested in. This is something that happens a lot of times. So what that organization is simply doing is all my activities, all my shopping activities, they've been able to look at it, look at the things I prefer to use. And when I stop buying those things, they were able to reach out to me. Another scenario that happened to someone very close to me was, this is actually somebody that was in Arata, right? The wife normally buys some certain products from the supermarket, but suddenly they were starting to send them some emails about what are the things you should be buying for this period that you're in, the type of product you want to be consuming, the benefit of this product to your health and to your baby. And me and my dad, my friend, were discussing like these people, they are funny with the way they do their marketing. And it was quite funny to us because casual, it was just a casual discussion. And about a few weeks later, my friend reached out to me like, can I believe that his wife has taken me? We didn't even know. I was like, how is that even possible? I was like, I don't know. So automatically at that particular point, we were able to double back to, oh, was that the reason why this supermarket was sending you something that you should be consuming? We were puzzled, and I was just smiling like, fantastic, because I already know what happened in that space. Literally, they were trying to see the change of the type of product she was tending to buy. So let's say somebody that, for example, you're that kind of person that every Friday you never miss your shopping, or some bottles of alcohol never skips your cart. Now, nothing like that anymore. You're just taking maybe crystal waters or something like that. They're starting to see the trend. Then there are some other trends that when you start to buy those things, a combination of them, let's say crystal water, a particular type of air freshener is now what you are interested in. When they did the analysis, they already know that people that are buying this type of product and this type of products, there's a probability that they are pregnant and they are trying to get acclimatized with some sort of environment. Your wife was certainly doing it, and even she didn't know. But the shopping mall was able to help you predict that scenario. And this happens in a lot of ways. Trust me, it happens every day. A lot of organizations are leveraging this to understand their finance, to understand the future, to understand how to plan it. And the end goal is to understand how to grow. You have a lot of organizations in this space, and the professionals that they need, or the only set of professionals that can help them achieve all these things, are we that are here, the data engineers, the data scientists, the professionals around the data space. These are the people that will help organizations achieve all these things. And already like I mentioned, a lot of organizations are already leveraging on this information. Over 70% of organizations are 100% dependent on either you being a DevOps engineer, being a cybersecurity analyst, AI engineer, or even data engineer, because what you do on your day-to-day help them decide if they are going to be functional the next day and even next month, next year, and future to come. It is what you do today that counts, that help organization continue to grow. And I will explain all these career paths, what they are, what are the things you should have to get into it, how do you position yourself, okay? So, and one thing that is quite interesting is, aside from the fact that a lot of organizations are dependent on us, according to the World Economic Forum also, World Economic Forum was able to do the analysis, and they showed that this career path, the ones we are going to talk about today, a lot of organizations are looking out for them. The chances of having career growth there is exponential, because you have a lot of organizations that are seriously looking for this professional. And if you look at the report that the World Economic Forum released last year, which is around the Q1 last year, what you can see on your screen is currently showing you the increment, the growth, and the decline of jobs, career path between 2025 and 2030. Now, this career path you can see on the right side of the screen. These are career paths that if you find your current career in any of these ones on the right side of my screen, you want to live there. Because according to the World Economic Forum, if you lose your job, you will struggle to get another one. If you're looking for a job in that space, you will almost not find any because not a lot of organizations are looking for it. And for you to future-proof your current career path, what you need to do is pivot into, so you see this career path you can see on the left side of my screen. These are career paths that a lot of organizations are looking to hire for. And if you look at the number one on the list, you have the big data specialists. The big data specialists can be categorized as the data engineers. They can be categorized as the data scientists because these are the people that work with data in massive volume. You also have the security management specialist, which is going to be a cybersecurity. You have the data warehouse, which is a data engineer, information security, DevOps engineer, and so many more. Okay. So again, when my colleagues share the link in the chat, make sure you complete the chat so that you'll be able to get access to all this information shared to your email. Now, talking about this career path, what exactly do you need to know to decide on which of them you're looking to get into? I know a lot of us are interested in this or that, but we might not be able to figure out the exact one we want yet. So what I'm going to do is explain everything, majorly tell you what you get to do on the job, then the kind of things you should have, the ones that are open to coding, the ones that are not really open to coding, and how you can leverage on them to achieve that goal, transitioning into them. Okay, so the first one I'll be talking about is the data engineers. So a very good example of a data engineer is these are the professionals that their sole responsibility, their duty is to make data readily available for use. So for any data professional that is looking to work with data, either as a data analyst, as a data scientist, as a business analyst, whatever professional that is looking to work with data, the only spot or the only way they can work with such data is because a data engineer has been able to make such data readily available for use. And for you looking to become a data engineer, this is more of a back-end role, meaning you don't get to interface with people. What you do is you interface with the data architecture, your pipelines, making sure data can go from point A to point B and go from point A to point W without any sort of issue. What are the ways? What are the pathways? What are the tunnels? What are the roads that this information will pass through? And how exactly can you get it? Can you get it done? How exactly can you build it? These are the things that you get to do as a data engineer, right? And every other thing. So as I move on, I'll be walking you through some of the things you need to learn before you can become a data engineer, right? Because your sole responsibility is to design the architecture or flow of data from moving from one point to the other. And you get to work a whole lot with the database, okay? And you have to be looking at the things you get to do some of your roles. Like I said, you manage, you build and you manage the database. Primarily, you are the one responsible for building the pathways, the pipelines for information to go through. And this is you working with Python programming language, similar to the way a software developer will learn how to work with Python, okay? And if you're looking at some of the things you will be learning, you'll be learning Apache Spark, Apache Airflow, you'll be learning cloud engineering, and some of your soft skills you should have is definitely critical thinking and ability to solve difficult tasks, okay? Because this is literally what you will be doing as a data engineer, okay? Now, as a data scientist or AI engineer or machine learning engineer, what you are responsible for is taking that data provided by the data engineer, you analyze it to be able to help the organization predict the future. So you see when I was talking about the store, being able to predict that one of my friend's partner was pregnant, that was the work of a data scientist. They are the ones that will take your information, take your data, take the data of the organization, analyze it, or set up a model that will be able to predict what will happen in the future. I mean, a very good example of that is almost all of us are currently now on social media platforms. So you see, for example, let's say you are on Instagram, okay? And then you go ahead to interact with a particular advert. Let's say you saw a particular sneakers, or you saw a particular wristwatch or a bag, and you loved it. Either you interacted with it or you waited on the ads for about a few seconds. That alone is data, because you spent some view time on that ad watching it. Automatically at the back end, a data engineer has seen that, and they're able to say, oh, Erling is looking to, or Erling is speaking interest in this particular bag. So what about I start showing Erling a new list of people selling different types of bags? Is something she'll be interested in. That's what the data scientist does. That's what the AI engineer does. They learn things you're doing currently and help whatever they've learned on this instant to predict your next line of action. These are the things that data scientists get to do. And if you're the one looking or keen in getting into this space, you will also be learning how to work with Python. Python more to be able to build an automation, to build a model, to be able to predict those things. So you see those predictions I'm talking about. It's not something you just guess. No, you build a machine model that will be able to predict those scenarios. And you get to learn a bit more about analytics, working with data, working with Python, and so many things, right? And one of the key things you need also to become a fantastic data scientist is just to be curious. Things are working out this way. Why are they? How can I make it more efficient? How can I make it better? How can I predict things that will happen? These are the things you need as a data scientist. Now, if you're looking at the DevOps engineer, these people, these professionals, they are the soul, that soul that gets everything to be fantastic. For example, we are having this meeting via Google Meet. Google Meet is an application. See, before we go ahead to start using a Google Meet as a tool, there is a DevOps engineer that created an environment for Google Meet to be developed. That created an environment for after development for them to be able to test if Google Meet is functional, if I can share my screen the way it should, if I can have people tap on the reaction icon and I'm actually able to see them reacting, a whole lot of things. If I'm able to turn on my camera, use a virtual background, so many of these things. This is because a DevOps engineer has been able to create a platform for something like this to be possible. Now, when you go ahead to deploy, meaning now we're using Google Meet. If this Google Meet should crash and I unmute my mic, but my microphone is not working, Emmanuel mutes his mic, but instead of mic working, his camera is turning on. It's not working as it should. You will have a DevOps engineer go back to the developmental phase and start to recode, work with the software development software team to start to debug and recode this particular application, meaning Google Meet is not working as it should. When Emmanuel is trying to unmute his mic, the microphone icon, he's trying to unmute the microphone icon, the camera is turning on, or he's trying to turn on the camera, but the meeting is ending. All these things, they are being done by the DevOps engineer, making sure that you have an environment for some things to be for things to be developed, tested, deployed, and they go ahead to manage it, making sure that what that thing was created for, it is actually meeting it. So if you look at the example I just made for Google Meet, you will know 100% that there is no organization that doesn't have a tool, either a mobile application or their websites or something that they work with. For those things that they work with, most of them will be revenue generating. How do they make sure that those things making revenue for them, they don't break? Is because of DevOps engineering. If they have something that is breaking, or you're using a website and automatically the website is closing down, just and you're a DevOps engineer, just sending your application to that company like, I'm a DevOps engineer. This problem you're facing, let me solve it for you. How much are you? How much in pounds are you going to pay me? Can we start from 6 figures? I mean, because that is who you are. You help them make those things better. All right. So these are the kind of things you get to do. And when you're looking at the things you get to learn, yes, you will also be learning Python programming, but most importantly, you'll be learning automating of deployments, testing and deployment, talking about your CI/CD, your Kubernetes, you get to learn all these things. You and learn how to actually make them work for you as a DevOps engineer, right? And one of the things you need to DevOps engineer is collaboration, because you're not doing this all alone. You're working with the management team to understand what they need to do. So let's say, for example, before building Microsoft Teams, Google Teams, Google Meets, right? The DevOps engineer must have met with the management to know exactly what they need this particular tool or application to achieve, and what are the things they need to put in place. So being a fantastic team worker is something that is totally required. Then a whole lot of other things that you can see here, you need those things to work efficiently as a DevOps engineer. Now, the OGs, the cybersecurity professionals, these are literally the people that we see them every day. We literally be them every day of our lives. We do it. And that's because all of us right now, we have a mobile phone that have some sort of security before we get it. Either your biometrics, or you have a PIN or something. You can't just take your phone and get access to it. Bam. Strangers can't just take your phone and just get access to it, except you decided to leave it open. But nowadays, you actually see phones. There is no phone that's being created right now that will not, there's no phone that's being created right now that is not coming with some sort of security, right? And that security means it's protecting your information, your data within that mobile device. As it is for your mobile device, so it is for every organization. Every organization have information, have data, have a lot of information that they don't want people that shouldn't have access to it. People like you and me that have no business getting access to those information. They don't want them to get access to it. So how best do you secure such things? The OJs, the cybersecurity professionals, they are the ones that secure. They are the ones that try to break in to know if whatever they are securing is secured enough. They are the ones that set the regulations to making sure that, oh, so there's a particular bad actor somewhere that our normal regulatory level, this bad actor is now above our regulatory level. So we need to create a more strict regulatory level, making sure that that bad actor somewhere, when they come, our above the normal level, regulatory level, is going to prevent them from putting us in trouble. Compliance, right? These are things you get to learn. You get to also learn threat intelligence. There's a lot of malware, ransomware flying all around. How do those things, how do they behave? There are some that if you interact with them, just a click or just a view or just few seconds viewing it, it has spread across your entire network. Just, you don't even need to click it. You just need to open wherever that thing is currently staying, just viewing it for some few seconds. And that thing has spread across your network. Those ransomware, those malware. How do you prevent situations like that from happening? These are still the people that know how those things behave and know exactly how to escalate and prevent it from happening. All right. So these are the things you get to learn when you get into the cybersecurity program, exactly how to be these professionals. And if you're looking to get into this path, paying attention to detail is a very, very important thing you don't want to miss out on. Somebody that pays attention to details You're very good in analyzing problem and giving guidance on how to solve it. Fantastic. You're proactive when it comes to your security mindset. The kind of people that want to get into cybersecurity, and you see them doing fantastically well, right? So these are the things that you need to learn to enable you to say, okay, I'm this professional. And when you have people going through the training, see them getting jobs, I believe you hear some people talking about how they got jobs, etc., etc. The first thing you want to do in anything you're doing is you want to learn it first. So if you're looking to become a cybersecurity analyst, you want to be a DevOps engineer, the first thing you want to do, you want to learn that particular thing. And after learning a particular thing, you don't want to make yourself employable in that role, because you getting a technical skill does not automatically mean that you are now employable. Definitely not. They are not the same thing. So how do you make yourself employable? I will talk a bit about this a little on later. Then definitely strategic ways of applying to job is also still something you will learn. I will also walk you through this and how you can leverage on all this information to see yourself getting that job that you need. Okay. Now, what are the opportunities and how do you exactly position yourself to be able to achieve what we are looking out for? Now, when it comes to you getting a job, I think I mentioned this few seconds ago. Any organization looking to hire you, they want to know that you have the competence to get the job done. If you're looking to get a job as a DevOps engineer, anybody looking to hire you, they want to know the environment you've worked before. They want to see the solutions you brought about. They want to see things you've done before that they can totally relate with. And the only way you can do this is by showing them that you've done it before. Same thing is applicable to data engineering. Same thing is applicable to AI engineering, to cybersecurity. They want to see what you've done before. And the only way to achieve that is while you're learning, you learn in a project-based environment. And what that simply means is learning in a project environment, in a project-based environment means when you're learning DevOps engineer, building pipelines, building database, automating data retrieval processes, you are doing it in an environment whereby whatever you're learning as though you are that professional. So when you're learning data engineering, you're not learning data engineering by reading a book. Definitely not. You're learning data engineering by actually working on a project like a data engineer would do on the job. When you're learning DevOps engineering, you're not learning DevOps engineering by working on reading books. Absolutely not. You don't learn anything like that way. You learn by actually working on, let's say, for example, a tool like Google Meet, where you are looking to build a tool like this, test it, deploy it, and making sure that it's functional. These are type of the projects you get to work on. Something a DevOps engineer will always work on. And they cut across the other two technical programs, DevOps engineer and AI engineering program. These are the things you get to learn. And these are the things that will give you 100% transferable skills to see you going from learning to landing jobs. And these are things that you have a lot of people get to do even while studying the program. So you have my colleague in the chat box, Jedediah, is currently sharing the attendance form. So for everybody that is joining the session for the first time, make sure you complete the attendance form so that by the time we are done, this session is recorded. You'll be able to get the recorded video, and this material I'm also using, you'll be able to get it shared to your email. So make sure you complete that attendance form. Okay, so back to learning in a project-based environment. So you want to do that. Now, when it comes to you, so we understand the best way to learn. Now, like I said, now you've learned DevOps engineer. How do you get a job as a DevOps engineer? That's a big part, and I believe that's more the reason why everybody on this call we are here today. The first thing that you will be taking advantage of is all of the employability skills, meaning the skills you need to have that will enable you to actually land those jobs. Now that you have the technical skill, you also need the employability. And both of them hand in hand is what we provide at Analytics. And the first thing you'll be getting there is the CV review, CV revamp. What that simply means is when you join the program, we have in-house professional that will take your CV from you and revamp the CV for you. So let's say you are looking to get into DevOps engineer, or let me say cybersecurity, data engineer. They will take that CV from you, look at things you've done in the past, and tailor it to what you're looking to become now. Then they go ahead to walk you through how you now take that one CV to tailor it to other jobs you're looking to apply to, and you achieve that 100%. Then the other thing you also have is LinkedIn optimization, because I mean, when it comes to you landing jobs, there's a big limitation to jobs you can apply to with just your CV. What about millions of other jobs that are currently existing that you have absolutely no knowledge about? How do you get those jobs? Now, this is where your LinkedIn optimization comes into play, whereby you will learn how to optimize your LinkedIn to afford you the opportunity of recruiters reaching out to you without you even having knowledge about whatever job they have. So they reach out to you because they've seen your profile, they know you can get the job done. So they reach out to you, see how to work with you, and literally offer you the job. We have a lot of participants that have been able to get jobs as a data scientist, as a data engineer, without them even applying to these jobs. You have a lot of them. This is because they were able to have their LinkedIn optimized and showcase the exposure, the experience that they have in their career path. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, that's fine. But we'll walk you through from that very scratch to exact being a professional and even landing yourself a job with just your LinkedIn being optimized. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, don't worry about that. Then you also learn how to navigate the job market. Now, this particular part is broken down into many bits. You have the navigating the job market, whereby you will learn where and how to search for jobs that you are able to apply to, whatever type of job you're looking for, something that is fully remote, something that is hybrid, something that is on-site, whatever job you're looking to get, something that will offer you sponsorship or relocating opportunity, whatever it is that you're looking for, you will learn where and how to search for it. And most importantly, we also have what we call in-house job board. This job board is something you get access to. It is premium. The jobs there are premium. You don't get those jobs outside, because these are jobs that we as a company, we need to pay for it before we won't get access to it. So we'll pay for it. We got access to it. Then we extract the jobs. We bring them into your classrooms where you can 100% apply to them without you paying any organization anything. You have the opportunity 100%. Then when you do your navigating the job market, optimizing your LinkedIn, applying to jobs by yourself and the ones we bring to you, the least you expect is for you to get called for an interview. And when you get called for an interview, every interview you get called for, you have the opportunity to get a one-on-one interview preparation, whereby you jump into a session with a professional, somebody that is active in the industry, and they interview you, prep you for that interview you're looking to get into. This is to furthermore increase your opportunity of landing the job they're looking to get interviewed for in actuality. Then when you get a job, you also have the opportunity to get a reference letter. You also have what we call on-the-job support. You have a weekly mentorship session, which happens every Thursday. You get access to that. And what that simply means is we have industry experts, professionals doing fantastically well in the industry. We bring them into your classes, and they literally handhold you, walk you through how to achieve all these things that you need to achieve. Then last but not the least is Upwork optimization. Upwork is, for people that know it, Upwork is a freelance platform. For people that don't know that, it's a platform whereby you can offer your service on a more freelance approach. Okay, so you will learn how to optimize your Upwork and making your profile available for individuals and organizations. So if you're keen on, oh, I want to get a job, I want to transition to tech, but I'm also keen on getting a job like that. I want to get something much more contractual. Getting into Upwork optimization is a fantastic option for you. Okay. Now, if you're looking at things you get to learn under the data AI engineering program. Now, one thing that I know I've not mentioned is the entirety of your training, that's the entire timeline of your training, is 8 months. In these 8 months, you are learning how to become AI engineer in 6 months. Okay, you learn how to do that in 6 months, and you have 2 months internship. And what that simply means is, for that 6 months, you are busy working on projects, solving problems, building skills and experience, things you've never had knowledge around. You're doing that in 6 months, building your real world experience. And by the time you're done, you get into internship, where you get to showcase that experience you've built. Meaning, in 6 months, you'll be working on projects. In 2 months, in your 2 month internship also, you also get to work on more projects with a consulting firm. And all this will give that validity that you have the competence to get the job done. So when you are out there looking for a job, there is no question if Emmanuel, like I said, Emmanuel, I'm going to be referring to you a whole lot. I think I now have Chidi also. So I'll be referring to Emmanuel and Chidi because both of you are staring at me right now on my screen. So that will validate the fact that Chidi cannot get the job done as a AI engineer or as a data engineer or a DevOps and a DevOps engineer. So these are the things that we expose you to. And if you're looking at the timing for your classes, you have two options for your classes. You have, for those in Europe, you have the morning option and the evening option. For those in North America, that's in Canada and in US, you have early morning option, very early morning option, and late morning option. What that simply means is, for those in in Europe, your classes are majorly from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time. For West Africa, that is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. But if you are in that timing, that 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., if I let's say you're in EST, that is going to be 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay, if you're in EST, that's early morning. Then the evening class, which is going to be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. West African time. That 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is going to be 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time. Now that 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time in EST, that is going to be 12 noon to 3 p.m. EST. And your live intensive classes, your live instructor-led classes are on Saturdays. Okay, so on Saturdays, you have your live intensive classes. Now, during the week, we just don't leave you hanging. No, what you have is your self-paced watch me do it video, which is a pre-recorded video of things you need to learn. So you watch those things, you practice, and this is how you learn. Okay. Now you also have the data engineer, which you get to learn your automations, your learning your SQL, and what these will afford you is you also learn, like I mentioned earlier, you'll be learning cloud engineering. So by going through data engineering also, you have the ability to become a cloud engineer. You learn GCP, you learn Azure, both of them are fantastic. Now you have whatever you must have learned in Microsoft Azure and GCP, you totally transferable to AWS. But you have a lot of organizations adopting GCP and Azure, but you can still get a job 100% as AWS cloud engineer. All right. Then you also have the DevOps, where you get to learn a whole lot of things in an environment. All right. You learn everything in an environment. You also have the ability to become a cloud engineer also by going through the DevOps program. And we've coupled with a lot of other things. Okay. Then you also have the cybersecurity, which I mentioned. These are some of the things you've been learning, not limited to other things, but these are just a little bit of things you've been learning. And remember, whatever you're learning, whatever it is, you're learning working on projects. And one thing that I don't want to skip or I don't want to forget with cybersecurity is, you agree with me that the cybersecurity industry is pretty robust. You have the penetration testers, you have the SOC analysts, you have the threat intelligence analyst, you have the GRC specialist. In this lineup, the GRC specialists, they are the non-technical aspect of cybersecurity. Now, what the program will give to you is you will learn how to be all these four that I've talked about, majorly all these three programs: penetration tester, SOC analyst, and GRC. You will have enough skill and enough experience to get yourself a job in this path. So what that simply means is your 6 months, you are picking up skill in all this path. Now, when you are done with your 6 months in class training, your 2 months internship is where you get to specialize. So let's say during your training, you pick law for penetration testing. You know, in your training, you will not be learning just penetration testing. You learn every other one of it. But during your internship, you'll be focusing on only penetration testing to build more of your experience in that path, right? Now, the next course we have starting is starting on the 11th of April. So whatever you're looking to do, you want to take advantage of these opportunities that we have that I'm going to mention in a few minutes. Now, currently, the original price for the program is $1,200 US. That's the original price of the program. Well, considering we are in March, and March is the month we celebrate women in tech, the International Women's Day celebration. We have some organizations partner with us, and these organizations, they are willing to pay a whopping 50% off the original price, meaning everybody get the opportunity. Not everybody. Initially it was the first 350 people, that's 200 women and 150 men that are able to take advantage of the discount will be paying these amounts. But right now, we have that number. That number now for women is less than 30, and for men, I think it's less than 10 that we have for the men. Meaning you have the opportunity to take advantage of it. You still have the opportunity to take advantage of the discounts and pay 50% off. Now, what you have is you have the opportunity to pay as low as $200 every month for 3 months. Now, if you click on the link that my colleague shared in the chat box to take you to the websites, which I'm going to show you how to navigate. So if you click on that link shared by my colleague, it will bring you to the website. Let me share that part of my screen so I can also show you what I'm talking about. So if you click on the link that my colleague shared in the chat box, it will bring you here, which is the website. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down. So just scroll down to the program. You have all programs. The link is not working. Jedediah, can you validate the link? Let me fetch that link. Imano, I'll fetch another link and I'll share right now with you. Thanks for telling me that. Because I don't think I will have figured that. All right. So, Imano, can you click on that link I just shared? Let me click on it myself. Just click on it myself. Yeah, so Emmanuel, just click on that link I just shared. So it will take you to the website. Okay. I just clicked on it myself and it went through. Okay. So just click on that. Let me confirm if it's working. Okay. All right. So what you want to do, like I said earlier, is let me come back to my screen so I can see what is happening. So what you want to do is, can you confirm if you can still see my screen? Where is it redirecting you to? I just literally clicked on the link now. Imana, where is it redirecting?
When I click on the link, it's showing me 2 other links. I don't know.
It's showing you the one I just shared?
Yes. So I click on it, it's this page you're trying to, this page you were on is trying to send you, okay.
Oh no, so you're joining from your phone, yes?
Yes.
Oh, you're clicking on a link that's going to take you out of Google Meet. So Google Meet is telling you that you're trying to click on a link that's going to redirect you to a page. So you want to say either allow or whatever, okay?
All right.
Okay. So once you click on that, and you will land on this page where you can see on my screen. So what you want to do is you have all the programs, you have the coding and you have the non-coding. So just to make it easier, just click on the coding career path. Then you have the four programs we talked about: the data engineer, the cybersecurity, the DevOps engineer, and the full stack data science, which is also the AI engineer. So what you want to do is, so let's say, for example, you're looking to get into data engineer. So just click on the data engineer itself. All right, click on the data engineer itself. Then once you scroll down, you will see enroll now. Okay, so once you click on the enroll now, in your own case, it will prompt you to register on the website. So what you want to do is you can just easily click on continue with Google. So just click on continue with Google and you'll be able to see this page. Okay, he said, can I get the link again? I just dropped it again because I just dropped the link again. So I believe you've seen that. So once you come here, you know, I mentioned that you have opportunity to start by April, but is another fantastic incentive now is because everybody waiting on this call, if you feel April 11th is too close, you have the opportunity to start in May. And the important part is, or the juicy part is, you still have the opportunity to pay the 50% discount off. You still have the opportunity. So what you want to do is, whichever one that works for you, if April 11 works for you, fantastic. But if you feel you want to start in May, 9th of May, you still get the opportunity. So far, you're able to secure a spot right now. Okay. And if you look at the payments, aside from the fact that you can pay one time, which is the 50% off, you still also have the opportunity to pay that 50% discount to pay it 3 times. Okay. And 3 times you have to pay $200 every month for 3 months. If you are in UK, that is going to be £153. So what this simply means is everything I've been talking about, all you have to do is pay £153 to take advantage and get into the program, either the one starting in April or the one starting in May. Then if you're in Canada, that's going to be £283. If you're in Europe, if you're in Nigeria, you get to pay also. You don't have any sort of restrictions. If you're in anywhere in the European space, you have ability to also pay in euros, and that's going to be 173. So whichever option that works for you, you have ability to select it and go ahead and pay, right? Now, so let's say we are looking to pay in, let me say in pounds. Let me say in pounds. So I think I have a hand up. Once I'm done, I'll soon be done. Once I'm done, everybody will get the opportunity to ask their questions, and I'll be able to give you guidance on how to proceed. So if you look at your options, so once you've selected your 3 instrumental, you go ahead to confirm if your information is correct. You confirm if your information is correct. You also read the terms and conditions, you confirm, then you make payment directly. This is how you secure your spot to making sure you don't miss it, okay? If there's anyone that have a question, I'm totally happy to take your questions and give you guidance on how best to move ahead. Okay. I've not also talked about some additional incentive. I believe I mentioned that. Are we interested in incentive? Do we need it? Do we need incentive? If I'm not getting any feedback, then I want to believe. Yeah. Emmanuel said yes. I think it's only Emmanuel that is interested in incentive. Emmanuel, don't worry. Only you is interested in incentive. I think, okay, I'll find a way around that. Oh, okay. So Indamola is also saying she's interested in incentive. Oh, okay. So I think I have to talk about it then. So looking at Charles is also saying yes to the incentive. Okay. So I think I don't have any option now to talk about it. Okay. All right. So if you're looking at also the incentive that you will be getting, but this validates only because, or the only way you get to get the incentive is if you are able to secure your spot before this particular meeting ends. You have opportunity to pay either one time or you have opportunity to pay 3 times. Any option that works for you. So far, you are able to secure your spot on this call before it ends. I'm going to walk you through some of the things that you'll be getting, right? And the first thing there is your guaranteed success, because we are all out to making sure that you get everything you need to achieve that success. So the first thing is, once you enroll, the technical space, as we all know it, is moving at a space whereby even we don't know how fast that sector is going to really go. So one thing is guaranteed is, I want to believe you can't see my screen anymore. That thing happened like a rapture. I clicked on something else. Apologies about that. Okay, I think it's coming up. Yes, it's up. So one thing you'll be getting is the technological space is moving at a space whereby even we cannot validate like, oh, this is what it's going to look like in 2 years or 3 years from now. We can't validate that. And what we do in this regard is, so far you are able, like I mentioned earlier, so far you are able to secure your spot on this call. Number one thing is guaranteed is, so let's say you went through the data engineering program, okay, you finished your program, and a year from now, there is a fantastic tool that is all out and is seeing a data engineer get to use it. You don't need to go and register or learn another sort of data engineering. You're going to learn that too. Just because of the fact that you went through analytics and you went through data engineering, that particular tool will teach you how to use it, and that tool will be added to your curriculum. I mean, some of the things you get access to is a lifetime access to your learning materials. So you see, out of this lifetime, additional incentive you get is, and remember, it's only valid only if you register on the call. So make sure you click on that link I shared. Once we get the syllabus, the curriculum updated, you get the updated curriculum, you get the video. So you don't need to go and learn anywhere again. All you have to do is just go back to your class, and you will have a tutor there to be able to guide you. You get the recordings there that you get to watch, you get projects you get to practice on, that will now make you upskill without you needing to pay any other organization anything. And you don't get to pay the analytics anything too. The only thing that validates that for you is the ability to secure spots right now on the call. That is option one. Okay. Option two is, we are all adults. Life happens. We've had a lot of people that, oh, during their training, suddenly they have issues with their visa or wherever they're currently staying, and learning becomes a little bit more challenging because they need to solve that visa issue, or they had accidents, or they had down with some sort of ailment that they needed time out. Most of the time, we don't have a structure whereby you will be able to say, oh, I want to get this, I want to get that. No, you have access to your training, and that's what you get access to. You have a lifetime access to it. But for people only on this call and moving forward, so far you're able to secure a spot, in a case whereby life happens, okay, in a case whereby life happens and you need to stop your training. Let's say, for example, you join the April cohort and something happened. It starts in May, April, May, June. Let's say by June, July, something happened that you can't continue the program. You are pausing your program. And the only time you're able to start again, or say you're in the right frame of mind to say you want to start learning, is in October. So instead of you going back to your recorded videos and watch it and complete your training, no, we are not going to do that for you. We are going to have you join the most current class. So that is in October. You've gone 3 months into the program. Any program that's gone that same length, so it's not like we are taking you back to things you've learned. No, where you are to continue to get value, we take you and we put you in that cohort. And trust me, you don't pay anything for any of these things. The only thing you get to do is making sure you secure a spot on this call. Then the last one, which is not actually the last one, there's still a lot more. But the last one for this particular incentive is by week 12 into your training, you will have 3 industry-ready projects that is live in your portfolio, and you can start to leverage on this to start getting yourself interviews. These are things you will get access to, and we are so proud to make you know that if you don't get this, we are happy to say, okay, Emmanuel, we promised you're going to get 3 projects that is going to be live and ready in your portfolio to start applying to jobs. And this is your 12, you don't have it. You're still going to continue with your program, but this is a full refund of the money you pay, which is definitely at that point, maybe the $400 or $600. This is the full refund because we couldn't keep our promise. These are the things we're saying, and we are tasking you to hold us accountable because this is what we do, helping people transition and get the job. What? As you are going to hold me accountable, I'm also going to hold you accountable because if after this session, you come and say, oh, Prince, more than I was in your session, but I was unable to pay, well, now I'm making my payment, I'll run away. I'll say, no, it's only valuable if you're able to secure first. So click on the link in the chat box. I'm going to share that again. Click on the link and make sure that you don't miss out on that incentive. Before I go ahead to talk about additional incentive, does anybody on the call have any quick question? So I have Emmanuel Peace. Do you have any question? Oyinda Amala, do you have questions? Charles, do you have questions? Prince Adelabi Yemi, do you have questions? Or what are your questions? I know there are questions, so what are they? What are the questions? Chuba, go ahead and unmute your mic and ask your question, please. Chuba, if you're speaking, your microphone is muted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I just want to know when exactly are you starting the course? Like the real training itself, not just
So the training is starting from
and what days of the week are the lectures or the training?
Okay,
Is it
so the
Saturday and
classes,
Sundays or Monday to Fridays? So
oh no, so your classes are starting, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
So the classes are starting 11th of April. Have you clicked on the link?
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
So if you click on the link, you will see the starting date, which is what I mentioned earlier. If you can see my screen, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So you have 11th of April, and you also have 9th of May. So whichever one that works best for you, you can start in either of those. Okay. Then when it comes to the timing for the program, which of the program are you looking to get into?
The data engineer. That has to do with the cloud engineering. Big data engineering.
So with that, the class is starting. You have your classes on Saturdays. Saturdays. What part of the world are you joining us from?
UK.
UK. So that Saturday is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that's pretty fine for me anyway.
Awesome.
Whatever else.
Okay, so click on the link, and I'll be looking forward to having you start by then. Okay.
No worries.
Right.
No worries.
Okay. Okay. So Oyindamola, you want to unmute your mic? Let's talk. You know, I mentioned earlier that this is going to be very interactive. It's not going to be like a one-way information given, and you won't have understanding of whatever I've talked about. This is a very free session whereby we can talk about it. So, do you want to unmute your mic?
Hi, good evening.
Hi,
Sorry,
Nida.
a lot of noise in my background, and if I
It's actually fine. I can't hear anything.
oh, great. My name is Oyinda Mola, and I'm a project management. I'm a project manager. So my question is because I want to divert into cybersecurity.
Okay.
And I've actually gone I've actually done this before with a company. So my question is, are we going to be taught by past students, which was my experience with this other company? Or are we going to be taught by people that have years of experience? And I'm not saying that if they are past students, they don't have experience, but are they actually people that have knowledge and years of experience about this, or just past students that are really good and have gotten jobs and have success stories?
Oh no.
If you understand what I mean.
So when I started the session, I made mention about this. No past student is teaching. You just said a student. How can a student be teaching a student? Yes, you can revise together. Yes, that's allowed. But when it comes to you learning, no, somebody that is actually working in that space as a cybersecurity analyst, these are the people that are teaching you. Okay. So it's not a student teaching a student. No, nothing like that. So you have people, and this is not only limited to cybersecurity. You have people cut across every other program that are working in this space, teaching you how to be them, meaning how to be a cybersecurity professional and what the job as also be as a cybersecurity professional. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And when are you looking to start?
That will be in May.
May. Okay, so you want to secure spot now so that you don't miss out on that, because the discounts will not be available by end of March. It's literally going to end in about 2 days or less than that. So secure spot, making sure that you don't miss out on that. And the incentives that I talked about, is that something that piques your interest?
Yes.
That yes is not loud.
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay. All right. So take advantage of it. And if you're able to do it right now, so that I can actually take down the information of everybody I've been able to secure their spots, so that once you're done, I'll be able to share the opportunities with you and get you into that system. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So I have Peace. Hi, Peace. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
Okay, I'm also interested in the cybersecurity,
Okay.
and I know in cybersecurity, so we have the pen tester management, and whatever. Like the program covers everything,
Yes,
and it covers intensively.
definitely.
Okay, then the start date for April is April 11th, right? Then May is May 9th.
Yes, that's
So,
correct.
okay, the classes like I don't know how many days in a week, and the duration, the time.
So that's the duration of your live classes?
Yeah, that's that one is for 8 months.
No. Yeah, the entire duration is 8 months, 6 months in class training,
Yeah.
and the 2 months is for internship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the days of the week are when.
So you have your intensive instructor-led classes on Saturdays.
Okay.
What part of the world are you joining from?
UK.
So again, either the mornings, if your Saturday mornings are free, that's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If your Saturday mornings are not so free, then you have ability to register and join the evening, which is going to be 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that's 3 hours. Okay.
Okay. Then okay. Now, is it something you for the time you can choose when it's convenient for you? If you've chosen like morning section, it has to be morning section. If you've chosen
No.
evening section.
No. So we have a little bit of flexibility around that.
Okay.
So let's say you're joining with the morning session and you're about 2 months into the program, then suddenly your Saturday mornings are not free anymore.
Okay.
You have the ability to switch to the evening. The only the not so flexible part is you don't have the opportunity to say, oh, I was in the morning session, I'm switching to evening. Then after some time, you switch back to the morning. No, you don't have that. But what you have in this regard is it doesn't matter the session, either the morning or the evening, your classes, they are always recorded. So let's say you were in the morning session, but on this particular Saturday, you needed to attend to maybe go to work or do some things, and you couldn't join a live class. That live class is going to be recorded. So when you're back, you could go over the recorded session and watch it. Now, after watching it or while watching it, if you have questions, the first thing you can do is whoever that is teaching in that class, you have a direct access to them. Meaning you can call them, you can send them a message, and will ask whatever question that you might be posed with while you're learning. Now, if that don't seem to solve your problem, you have what we call a drop-in session. Drop-in session, another word for drop-in session is a troubleshooting class, where you'll be able to bring any of your challenges you're facing, yourself or any of your learning colleagues, to that particular session. And that session is literally a question and help me solve my problem or guide you on how to solve my problem. That is collective, meaning it's not going to be only you that will be there. Even if you don't have any problem, we always advise you to join, because whatever problem or challenge any other person is facing, you must have learned how to solve that problem in case in future when you face such problem. So you have that as option 2. The option 1 is reaching out to your instructor directly. Option 2 is joining a drop-in session that happens on Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK time. Then the last option is you have what we call a technical assistant. What they are literally available for is, Peace is working on his project, or he's working on his class project or self-paced project, and is having some sort of challenges that I can't seem to solve. These people, they are available for you to book a one-on-one session with them. There are people that have vast years of experience in this space. They will jump into a one-on-one Google Meet like this with you. You'll be able to share your screen and show them the exact problem you're facing, and they'll be there to guide you on how to solve it. This is not limited to just cybersecurity. It's span across all the programs. Every program has their technical assistants that are readily available for you to book a meeting with them and guide, and they will be able to join and guide you on how to solve your problem. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yeah. Does that require additional cost, or it's already?
Funny enough, the only thing that validates that is still you registering for the program. No extra cost. Sounds interesting, yeah?
Yeah, it does. It does.
So make sure that you take advantage of that. When are you looking to start?
Considering the classes, the days, Saturdays, something like I said, it's something I can always work with. So outside the financial aspect, I don't think if the days is going to whether that's April or May. For me, I think the sooner the better, because it's 8 months duration, so it's not 8 weeks.
Okay.
That you can not a lot of. So looking at it, I think 8 months for next month, then wrapping up at the end of the year.
Awesome. So try as much as possible to secure spots on the. Is that something you can do right now?
He said we only have to the end of this section.
Not the end. During. You want to do it during, not the end. Okay. Okay. Are you able to access the link? I want to share that with you.
No, yeah, I was able to go. When I said we send the link, that was I was using my phone, so I had to switch to my system. So
okay.
that was I was able to get it the first time.
Awesome. Okay.
So if we were to secure the spot now, is to we can pay a part payment, like in terms of the 3 installment, maybe one part, or covers it.
No, you can pay one part, which is going to be 153. All right.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So once you're done, let me know so I can validate and get you into make you eligible for the incentives. Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
So I have a question.
Hi, Manu. Okay, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I checked the site now, and there's no option for a machine learning engineer and AI engineer, and that's actually what I'm interested in.
Oh no, that's under the data science. So you can see over here, full stack data science. Can
Oh,
you
it's
see
under
this?
there.
Yeah, it's under there. So you're not just going to be isolated to learning AI machine learning. So if I open that up, you can see my screen, correct?
Yes, I can see your screen. Yeah.
So if you come under your curriculum, you see machine learning. So you're not just strictly learning that aspect of machine learning. We are not going to limit you in that route. No. So you see this. So it starts from here. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So you are coupled with this, you're learning every other thing. So get under the data, full stack data science, okay?
Okay. And what about the AI engineering? It's still here as well.
Yeah, still here too. So you get to learn everything, AI engineering, machine learning, everything is under data science.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. I think I have Muiwa. Hi, Muiwa. You want to go ahead?
Hello,
Muiwa,
good evening,
your
everyone.
microphone. Okay, I can hear you now. Hi, good evening.
Yes. Well, I just want to reconfirm the shall I say the model or how the class is going to be, taken. Because I joined the 2024 cohort,
Okay.
and unfortunately, I was not able to present my project because I lost my mom during that time.
Sorry about
But
that.
aside that, the reason for speaking up is I personally wasn't comfortable with the way the classes were delivered.
Okay.
To me, it was provided like a crash program.
Okay. Which
So I
program
hope
did you take?
2024 cohort
Which program?
cybersecurity.
Okay. Can you remember who your instructor was?
That was a day in Kaloide.
Dean Day. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
So I hope it will be a repeat of what happened in 2024.
Okay. So what are the things you have challenges with then?
Well, I wasn't comfortable with the way the class was taken. So I was always in a rush, not getting detailed information. Though the instructor actually knew what he was doing, but maybe I would say the curriculum, or let me say the time, the time frame that we went through the program, I think it was really too short, 3 months.
Yeah. Yes. So
That was
part
my
of some of the things that we put in place. So for many people on this call, they don't actually know that we used to have a 3 months duration. I know a lot of people in their mind right now, they feel like, oh, 6 months is too long. Can you just make it faster? And I can tell you for free that some of the reasons why we needed to move it from 3 months to 6 months is because of feedback like this, whereby you don't, even though your class will be intensive, you don't get that opportunity to practice because it is always live classes. And before you know it, you get overwhelmed. And if you're working, it becomes even much more tedious for you to get back. And if you look at the structure available right now, number one, you have a new set of instructors. Number two, your program is not 3 months right now, it's at 6 months. That time it was 3 months in class and I think 1 month internship. Okay, that time your internship was done with analytics. Now we don't do internship anymore. We have a consulting firm that Immediately you're done, you get onboarded with the consulting firm that plays in the consulting space, and you do your internship with them. Your internship is not with us anymore. What we do now is we focus 100% on making sure that whatever you're learning, you understand, and you're able to get a job with it. Number two is that time you took the program, it was, I believe it was just one person you were interacting with. The person you call, I think you said Oluyede, and can't say, I need to go to the database to remember
Yes,
what that is.
we only had one instructor.
Yeah, it will be one instructor. But now you don't have one instructor. If you have one instructor, that one instructor is not going to be the one that will take you the entirety of the program. They are specialized, they have their areas of specialty. That is one. Then you have a technical assistant. A technical assistant is not even a full staff of 10 analytics, because I mean, it's not going to be possible for us to be able to hire this team of professionals. So what we have is an external, meaning somebody that is on their day-to-day. They have their own way of working in this space. These are the people. So it's not like you're limited to everything within the shores of 10 analytics. You have externals that you can always interact with. These are technical assistants. These externals, if you are good with communication or communicating with people, you can take them as your personal mentor. They will be there to guide you on, oh, so we want to do this, we want to do it like this, or how about we approach it in this way. They're always there. So we make all these resources available for you to be able to go ahead and always achieve what you need to achieve. So I can guarantee you 100% that it's a lot more different. And remember, I also mentioned the incentive. That time I took the program, sorry about the loss of your mom, but you will know that there is nothing like you coming back and we had you to the current ongoing cohorts. No, you only get access to the cohorts you were part of. But now you have ability to join the most recent so that you still be part of that live intensive learning environment. Okay, so these are the things you put in place. So I want to guarantee you 100% that the structure has changed a whole lot, and you are in a good spot. All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Are you still looking to get into the cybersecurity program?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you have access to the link?
Yeah, I've seen the link.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so once you're done securing your spot, let me know so I can also validate that for you. Okay. Okay, I think I have. Okay, I'm sharing the link. Chuba, I'm sharing the link again. All right, Olufemi, you have a question. You want to unmute your mic and speak, or you've got the answer to the question?
Hi, good evening. It's Olukemi.
Hi, Olufemi, you want to go ahead?
Yes, I just need to pick up the thread of a statement you made around internships. So you say that internships are not directly done by Tenalytics anymore, by a consulting firm. So the 2 month projects or the internships, are they actual projects? And I'm speaking from experience again, where it is training outfits say they put you on live projects, and they're not exactly live projects. They're just a set of activities put together by the training outfits, and more often than not do not amount to much. So asking on that statement about a consulting firm being the ones responsible for the internships, are they actual projects?
The answer to that is yes. And even when you look at the projects you get to work on within the classes, within your training, they are also live projects. But the difference here is during your training, for the sake of data privacy, you know, aside from the training facility that we also offer, we also play in consultancy space. Now you see these problems we've been able to solve as a company let's say, permit me to use your last name. Let's say we have Asika LLC and we solve the data pipeline problem for Asika LLC. Now that problem remains the same thing. When we bring such projects into the class, you will never have any information on Asika LLC, or you don't never have any information on that project that will be able to make anybody trace that information to Asika LLC for the sake of data privacy. For the purpose of the project, the problem in the project remains the same thing. These are the type of projects that you get to work with within your 6 months. This also gives you the ability to add it to your portfolio. And when you go on to the internship, this is where you get to work in a more real-world environment. And that is more the reason why we don't control that space, because if you control it, then that's going to be exposure to some data and data privacy, etc. Those things really do play a key part. So what you'll be doing is you'll be doing this in that environment with a consulting firm, working on real projects. And one thing is valid. The consulting firm is registered in London and also registered in Canada. So when you're done, you have the ability to also get a reference letter from this consulting firm that you've been a consultant for them. Okay, so you have them, you have ability to add them to your portfolio. You also have ability to add everything you've done with analytics as a consultant also to your portfolio. Just answer your question.
Yes, yes, it does. Thank you.
All right. So which of them are you looking to get into?
Cyber?
Cybersecurity, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You start in April?
No, I'm going to have to start much later. I can't do your April or May starts, unfortunately.
Oh, sadly. All right, no problem. I hope you know you might be missing out on the discount.
I realize that, but I can't commit to what it is I can't do. I've just got to be a little more pragmatic about what I can handle.
Okay, okay. All right, so no problem. I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
All right. Do I have another person that have a quick question? So let me see the chat box. Cybersecurity is very broad. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Olufemi, I think I mentioned Olufemi, are you on the call?
Sorry, did you say, are you referring to me?
No, I said Olufemi Aziz.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Olufemi Aziz, are you on the call? Oh, God, no, he's not on the call anymore. He dropped off. He dropped a question I was looking to answer for him. All right. Does anybody have any quick question? Sheiko, I don't think I've spoken to you. Frank, Eric, and Bucci. Also, Adrian. Hi. You want to unmute your mic and speak? Hi, you want to go ahead? Sheiko said, can I explain the DevOps? Okay. Sheiko, can you unmute your mic and tell me what you know and what you're looking to understand? Or things that you might have knowledge around, heard me said, and things you don't understand?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
This is Eric speaking. I don't have a question specific.
Hi, Eric. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have a question specific, but the time frame
Okay.
is it's time of instance. I guess I will miss the discount.
Oh, okay. When are you looking to start?
The main problem is finances.
Okay.
I'm really interested in cybersecurity analyst, but my finances are not squared.
Okay. When do you think it's going to be possible for you to register?
I don't know, maybe in May, hopefully, God willing.
I hope something will be available, but I really doubt. But I hope something will be available by then. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. All right.
All right.
Okay. Hi, Frank. Actually, you want to tell me what you're confused about? Then I also have Buchi.
Yeah, hi. I was curious about DevOps, but I didn't have much knowledge about it. The reason I was thinking of DevOps is because it seems to be the one that I can do remotely the most, and I just wanted to know how much technical and coding knowledge do you need to be able to work as a DevOps operator?
Okay, so for all the programs I just talked about, you don't need any sort of background to be able to get into it. That's one. Then for the DevOps, yes, you will be exposed to coding. Okay, but the type of coding you'll be learning, the environment you'll be getting into, is majorly going to be around you learning, you working closely with the software team, the developmental team, right? Yeah. And as against what you just mentioned, yes, DevOps is not the only one you can do remotely. You can work as a data engineer remotely. You can work as a cybersecurity analyst remotely. You can 100% work as a data scientist remotely. You don't need to be physically available in any of these space to be able to work remotely. Then the only one that might have a little bit of restriction is, let's say, some jobs in cybersecurity. Let's say, for example, as a SOC analyst, you might not be able to work in some roles remotely because of the high sensitivity of that particular role. But for every one or other of them, you can work 100% from remote setting. I'm talking about what you need for you to get into it. Do you need any sort of background? Definitely not. You don't need any sort of that. Whatever the program is around is totally assuming you don't have any background in this at all, walking you through how to be that person from having no technical background at all, not reading a line of code ever before, to landing your first job in tech. This is what the program is all around. Does that make sense to you? Okay.
Yeah, that does.
Okay. So that'll be you getting into the the DevOps. Oluseyi, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you just said.
I said, would that be you getting into DevOps engineering?
Would that be me getting into?
DevOps.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I'm most interested in.
Okay. All right. Try as much as possible to secure spot. Or do you think we still need to speak to me, probably say after the call, to get more clarity or something? Because it doesn't sound like you clearly understand.
Yeah, I'll wait to get more clarity if that's okay.
Okay. Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, so try as much as possible to secure spots. And are you looking to start in April?
Yes.
Okay, so try as much as possible to secure a spot. Don't miss out. Remember, securing a spot on the spot comes with additional incentives. Okay, so make sure you don't miss out on that. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have any other question? So I've been able to validate some payments that came in. So I'll reach out to you. I can see some, for example, I think I've seen some few payments come in. So once I'm done with this, I will reach out to you and validate every incentive they're able to get to. Okay. Truba, have you been able to make your payments? Hi, Truba. Um, okay. I thought it so. Olufemi Aziz, are you back? Olufemi Aziz, can you unmute your mic?
Yes, I'm back. But I'll prefer to chat because I'm at work at the moment. But I can hear you.
I think that you're at work at the moment.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. You said you're at work at the moment.
Yeah. I'm presently at work at the moment, so. But I can hear
Okay.
you.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going
loud
to
and clear.
have no problem. No problem. So I saw that you dropped the question in the chat box. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably reach out to you after this so that we can get to answer that question when you have the ability to speak more. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Olufunke, are you just joining the session?
Yeah, I just joined.
Oh, wow, you joined almost when we're about to wrap up. So what I'm going to do is there's no issue with that. The session is actually recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the recorded video. Once the recorded video is available, I'm going to have that shared with you. You can also watch it, get value. And if you have any question, we'll have somebody take that or I can take that for you. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Do I have any other person that wants to quickly say something before we wrap it up or question or Chuba? Okay, awesome. So Chuba, I'm going to validate this and also get you ready for the incentives. Okay. Do you have another person that's looking to take advantage of the incentive? I think I mentioned that earlier. Do I have any other person? So I have Muyiwa. Muyiwa, okay. Olukemi, is that a previous and or you still have a quick question?